the check. What's poppin'? It's your boy Cross out here, Vice City Mafia. We doing another Olo Dolo. We doing another rap, bro. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. So this week I'm at the store, right? Just doing my thing. I'm grabbing myself some stuff. And I see this situation go down. There's this young guy, probably in his 20s. He's all worked up about something. And I don't know the details. Maybe he's mad about the price or maybe something else. But he has that tense vibe, like he's trying to hold it together. You know what I'm saying? Then this taller dude, big, cocky, acting like he runs the place, walks up and just shoves this guy hard into a shelf. And I'm talking about hard, like cans rattling, shit falling off. And the smaller guy, he just curls up. He doesn't say anything, you know? Doesn't push back, just takes it. And you can tell he's upset. Jaw clench, he's pouting, he's grunting, saying shit under his breath. Then the taller guy just slaps him in the back of the head, laughs like it's a joke, and just struts off, right? And the smaller guy, he's just standing there, and he just looks defeated. And it hits me hard. Like, how does someone let another person disrespect them like that? You know what I'm saying? Friend, stranger, doesn't matter, because that was straight up humiliating for anybody. And it got me thinking, what does it mean to carry yourself as a man? In this world, how do you handle that kind of situation, right? That kind of moment. And not just in the store, but in life. And that's what we're getting into today. Why men gotta be dangerous. Not out here starting fights, but capable of holding their own. Then we'll get into how bullying, as tough as it sounds, can shape you into someone who isn't like that guy in the store. Let's roll. Let's talk about being dangerous, right? Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about walking around looking for trouble, trying to start something with everybody you meet. Nah, that ain't it. I'm talking about having that edge, that ability to hurt somebody physically if you need to, but choosing not to because you have that moral compass that keeps you in check. It's about being capable, having that power in your pocket, and deciding to keep it there unless you have no other choice. Because here's the thing, if you're not capable of doing damage, that doesn't make you a good person. It's just that you're incapable. There's a difference, and it's a big one. Let's paint a picture for you. Let's say you're at a club. It's packed, music loud, everybody's vibing. Some dude, maybe he's had a few too many, starts getting in your face. He's talking loud. He's pushing. Maybe he bumped into you on purpose. Now, a man who's dangerous, who's capable, he's got options. He could look at that guy in the eye, stand tall, and tell him, back up. He's got that confidence because he knows that if it comes to that, he could handle himself. He's been in the gym. Maybe he knows some boxing, knows how to throw a punch, how to sit somebody down. But because he has this moral compass, he decides not to swing first, and he tries to de-escalate the situation. Keeps it cool, walks away if he can. That's strength. That's a man who's in control. Now compare that to a man who is incapable. Same situation, dude's in his face, but he's got nothing. He's never thrown a punch, he's never lifted a weight, never learned how to defend himself. He's scared and everybody could see it. Yeah, he might try to talk tough, but it's hollow. And the other guy knows it, so he just ends up shrinking. Maybe mumbles something under his breath, or maybe just walks away and looks like that guy in the store. Pouting, defeated. That ain't goodness. That's just weakness. Being a good person isn't about not having the ability to hurt somebody. It's about having the ability and choosing not to use it unless you absolutely have to. I keep thinking about that guy in the store, that moment he got pushed, right? When he got slapped on the head and just took it. Like, what was going through his mind in that situation? Was he scared? Did he feel like he had no option? Or did he just not know how to respond because he's never built that capability in himself? And that's what kills me. Because if you don't have that dangerous edge, you're at the mercy of whoever does have it. And the world ain't always full of nice people. There's folks out there that will test you and push you, try to make you feel small just because they can. And if you don't have that strength, physical, mental, and emotionally, you're just going to end up feeling like less of a man. So what does it mean to be dangerous in this way, right? First off, it's physical. Yeah, you got to be able to hurt somebody if it comes down to it. That means training your body, hit the gym, build some muscle, learn how to fight. You know what I mean? I think that's like something just every man should do. You don't got to be Mike Tyson, but you should definitely know how to protect yourself. Take a boxing class, learn some jujitsu, whatever. Get that confidence that comes from knowing that you're able to handle a threat. But it's more than just fists. It's about your mindset as well. It's about walking into a room and knowing you don't have to prove anything because you're secure. It's about setting boundaries and enforcing them, whether it's with a stranger in a store or someone in your personal life. Let's go back to that club example, right? Say that dude doesn't back off and he keeps pushing, maybe even swings. A dangerous man, a capable man, he is ready. He can block that punch, maybe even throw one of his own. Put the guy down if he has to. But because he has that moral compass, he's not trying to hurt somebody for no reason. He's not starting fights and not looking to prove that he's the toughest guy in the room. He's just ready, and that readiness gives him power. It gives him options. He can walk away. He can talk it out. Or if it goes there, he could choose to defend himself. That's what separates him from the guy that has no choice other than to just take it. And let me be real clear. Being dangerous isn't about being a bad person. It's about being prepared and having the tools to be able to navigate a world that can be rough, that can be unfair. It's like carrying a weapon not because you're planning to use it, but because you know you might need it one day. And when you got that capability, you carry yourself differently. You walk taller, you speak with more confidence. You don't let people push you around. And that's what I wish that guy in the store had. I wish he had the fire, the ability to look at that tall guy in the face and say, nah, you ain't gonna do me like that. Not because he wants to fight, but he knows he can if he has to. This ain't about ego. It's about self-respect. It's about knowing your worth and not letting anybody take it from you. And you build that by working on yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit. You train, you learn, you grow. You become the kind of man who can stand up to any challenge, but choose to stay calm, to stay grounded, because that's who you are. That's real strength. That's real power. If you can't defend yourself, how are you to defend others? Another important thing in the development of a man is bullying. Bullying builds character. Yeah, I said it. And I know it's going to sound wild to some of y'all, but hear me out. I'm not saying bullying is some great thing that we should all celebrate. I'm not talking about kids getting tormented to the point of them being scared to live their lives. That's not it. But those moments when you're young, when you get picked on, pushed around, tested, those moments teach you how to navigate the world. Because at the end of the day, the world is a jungle. They prepare you for situations like I saw in the store. So you don't end up curling up when someone tries to make you feel small. Think about that guy who got pushed, right? I can't help but think to myself, like, if he had those tough moments growing up, maybe dealing with a bully in school, maybe getting teased, shoved around, if he would have, maybe he would have handled that situation differently. Because when you're a kid and you deal with stuff like that, you learn how to deal with conflicts, how to stand up for yourself, how to solve problems, and how to handle people who don't give a damn about your feelings. Growing up, you might have had that kid who called you names, took your stuff, maybe pushed you on the playground. It sucks. No question. It's humiliating. It's frustrating. But those moments force you to figure out what you're made of. You got to decide. Do you ignore it? Do you tell the teacher? Or do you push back? Maybe you even throw a punch. And every choice you make teaches you something. You learn what works, what doesn't. You learn about consequences. Let's say you're getting picked on and one day you snap, punch the bully right in the face. You might get suspended, might get grounded at home, but you know what? You learn early that acting out has a cost. Better to learn that at 13 than when you're 23 and end up in jail for losing your temper. Those experiences, they're like training for life. They teach you resilience, problem solving, and how to deal with people who don't have your back. Because the truth is, the world is full of those people. Not everyone's gonna be nice. Not everyone's gonna respect you. And if you don't learn how to handle that when you're young, you're going to struggle when you get older. You're going to end up like that guy in the store, pouting, walks away feeling powerless. I've been there growing up. I had my fair share of run-ins, right? As a kid, I didn't fucking get hit by a car yesterday and end up cross-eyed. I've been cross-eyed my whole goddamn life, dude. So I know that bullying builds character. Kids testing me, trying to see what I do. It wasn't fun. I've told the teacher. I've sat there and pouted. I've even tried to get people to feel bad for me, but that shit don't work, bro. You know what worked? When I decked the fucking bully in his face. Bam! And then I got suspended. Yeah. I learned early what lashing out does. And I'll tell you what. After that, I stopped caring. Because I knew I could kick people's ass. These bullies taught me how to keep my cool, how to pick my battles, and how to stand my ground when it matters. And I learned sometimes you got to speak up. Sometimes you got to walk away. And sometimes you got to be ready to defend yourself. Those lessons made me the man I am, ready to face anything that comes my way. Now, let's be real. Bullying can cross a line when it's relentless. When it's breaking kids down, that's not character building. That's harm. Schools, parents, they got to step in when it goes too far. But a little adversity, a little push and shoving, that's part of growing up. It's like lifting weights for your soul. You get stronger by pushing against resistance. You learn how to be that dangerous man we talked about. Capable, confident, but guided. Men gotta be dangerous, capable of hurting somebody, but choosing not to. And bullying, as tough as it sounds, can build character and prepares you for a world that isn't always kind. Life's gonna test you. People are gonna push you, trying to make you feel small. And it's on you to build yourself up. Body, mind, and spirit. So you could stand tall, handle your business, and choose your path with confidence. Make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know what's on your mind. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we're going to keep these fucking rants coming every week. This is Vice City Mafia, and I'm out. Peace. VCM, baby. Bye.